What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Charge It Up. For today's video, we're going to take the R6 and we're going to throw a quick shifter on it. Let's go. Alright guys, this is the quick shifter we're going to be throwing on the R6 here. We got two cable management pieces. We got a nut, we got the shift arm rod, and the quick shifter itself. Let's go ahead and get to installation. So step one would be to remove the shift arm and the shift nut bolt right over here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove the fairing on the side just so I can give you guys a better look of the actual area instead of me just having to like dig in there and obviously show you guys. So step one for me will be to take off the left side fairing and then we'll get right into the shifter. Step two will be to loosen the bolts and remove the actual shift shaft, and then go to step three, obviously. Let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so now we got the bolt. I mean, you can just loosen it. You don't necessarily have to take it out, but I just took it out. So we'll remove the bolt from the arm, place that down. Gonna move this out of the way, go. So now we got the arm free. We're gonna loosen the actual nut. There we go. We're gonna remove the top. Here we go. So we removed the top eye bolt. Okay, remove that bolt, and now we're gonna turn this guy. We're gonna loosen the nut right here, and then we are going to remove the shift arm by turning it clockwise. And that's the shift arm right there. So this is now the quick shift system, or quick shift rod portion. We're gonna take the part that we took off the shift arm and we're gonna screw this back on. All right, and then we'll do a final adjustment at the end, but we'll leave that for now. What I'm gonna do for now is I'm gonna take the nut all the way down to the bottom, and then just, for now, I'm just gonna do hand tight. Then we got the supplied nut that will go on the bottom of the quick shifter. I'm pretty sure it's 8 mil. I'll have to double check. I don't have the instruction manual, but I'm pretty sure it's between 8, 9, or 10 mil or something you have to actually set it to. So right now I'm only doing it by hand anyway. So there we go, and that's the arm right there. And then this portion obviously will then go into the bottom, which we took the shift arm out of in the first place. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, let that sit right here for now. Okay, now that we have our quick shifter, the nut on the bottom of the quick shifter, and the shift arm, the smaller shift arm that comes with the kit. Now, what I've done here is I've taken the nut, this nut right here at the bottom, I've pulled it right up against, just hand tight for now, pulled it right up against the actual shift arm. This portion here, I pulled it down a little bit. It's just, again, by hand. And then up here, I've also brought the nut to the bottom or the top portion of the actual quick shifter. So I'm gonna grab my ruler, put it up against bolt right there and down here, and we are at 268. So I like that. 268 is great. That's a good number. Another way you can actually double check or just go through it is from the top portion here, from the center of the bolt to the top of the nut right here should be 24 millimeters, and right there I've got 23.5, 24. That's close enough. So this nut here and the bottom right here, the opening, it should be 8 millimeters, and I've got about 7.5, almost 8, so I'm okay with that as well. Again, there are some tolerances, but I'm happy with that. I'm gonna grab the Allen bolt, and then we're gonna go ahead and actually reinsert it onto our shift arm here. And for now, I'm just gonna do hand tight. Get the cable out of the way here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here, we're gonna tighten our nuts. I believe it's 7 or 8 newton meters. You can double check. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing 7. Now that all these are tight, what I'll do is I'll tighten the top nut right here, make sure we're back into place. And then we're gonna take the rubber piece, the rubber seal that's over top of the eye bolt here on top, and then just put it back into place where it was. Unfortunately, now we gotta do the hardest part is wiring the cable up towards and underneath the gas tank. All right, so next step is we're going to actually start routing our cable before we start taking off the tank or anything. Let me remove that here for a second, but we need to take off this clamp right here, and then we're gonna run the cable up, and then we're gonna install our 16mm clamp there instead of that one, and then obviously make sure it's not crimped or anything or jammed up or anything. So let's go ahead and do that. So we got our 16mm clamp, we got our shift cable coming right over here, coming down to the quick shifter, and then we have our previous wires that were the 3 previous that were there. And the 16mm actually makes it nice because it's not crimped or stuck together like it was with this guy. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step. Obviously everything's adjusted here properly, everything is tightened. Our next step is, unfortunately, we have to go ahead and remove the gas tank. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll do a quick time lapse of taking the gas tank and all the little things off. All right, now that the gas tank's out of the way, listen, I know sometimes it tells you to remove the gas tank altogether. The last time I did this, I did remove the gas tank altogether because that's what the instruction told me last time I did it on a bike. However, I know what I need to get at, and I'm telling you, the gas tank does not have to be completely removed. Got it, just lift it up. It's out of the way, and all I really need access to is right over here. See this gray cable right here? That's all I need access to. I'm gonna route the cable that we got right here dangling. I'm gonna run it through and plug it into the system, and then we'll go ahead afterwards and activate the quick shifter system to see if everything's good and operational. We're gonna take our wire now, we'll thread it through the hole right here. We're gonna take off the cap from this guy. Let's go ahead and take that cap off. That's the cap right there. And we'll plug in our quick shifter. There we go. That is plugged in. So now that I've got that plugged in, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna test it out. Okay, quickly show you guys from this side as well. Right over here, cable goes up, and right through the hole comes out here. You see the actual blue marker here where the other clamp will go. And then we've got it connected to the cable right here. I'm gonna keep it like this for a second because we're gonna initialize it and make sure everything is working. And that quick shifter indicator comes up on the display before we move any further, and obviously put everything back together. Okay, we've got our quick shifter plugged in to the connector. Let's go ahead and activate the quick shifter. Now we should see a quick shifter icon come up on the top right hand corner right up there. Step 1, make sure your kill switch is not on. So you want to pull up on the shift lever and hold pressure, and I mean like pull on it and hold pressure, and then we'll turn the key, and then we'll hold it for about 10 or 15 seconds and let it go afterwards. So I'm holding up, putting a lot of pressure onto it. We'll turn the key on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, let it go. And there it is. The quick shifter icon has come up on the top right hand corner. Let's turn the key back on, and the quick shifter icon should be there. And it is. All right. Let's go ahead and put everything back together. Oh, actually one more thing that I do want to mention is make sure you're actually going from second to third. So I tried it earlier and it didn't work going from first to second. So go from second to third. I have seen other videos out there showing people putting in the clutch or something like that, or rolling the bike and doing it. Honestly, that has nothing to do with anything else whatsoever with the quick shifter. It's literally just the icon that comes up because there's a little sensor in there that just has to get activated. There's nothing else really. It has nothing to do with clutching or anything like that. So, but at the same time, you got to make sure that the kill switch is not on, off, and you're going from second to third. I don't believe the instructions show you that whatsoever though. All right, so before I actually go ahead and put everything right back together, we're gonna come back over here, and the only thing I'm gonna do now is just hide this cable out of the way. We'll go ahead and use the 13mm clamp that comes with the kit, and we'll go ahead and clamp it down to right over here where the blue tape is, and then we'll put everything back together. All right, now that the bike is back together, we got the quick shifter going, we got the fuel tank back on, we got the quick shifter icon in the top right hand corner. Let's go ahead and test her out and see how it feels. Alright, so we got the quick shifter light on the top right hand corner, coming up to a bit of traffic right here. So the way that the quick shifter activates is you have to be doing 20 kilometers or over. So 20k over, I'm not sure what that is in miles, I'll put that up on the screen regardless. And you've got to be doing higher than 2,000 RPMs. Yep, it works. That's a nice feeling. It's a nice and smooth feeling. No jerk, no bumpiness, no nothing. That's really awesome. Really nice. Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I wasn't expecting much, to be honest with you, but that actually feels really nice. That actually does feel nice. It's a nice smooth upshift, and obviously clutchless. I'll tell you why that's a really big plus for me in a second. So switching from second to third, it feels a little jumpy. It's a little clunky. So I'd rather I just use it for higher speeds maybe, but it feels all right. Let me tell you why I think the quick shifter will be good for me at this point. That feels nice. From third to fourth, doing 75. That was nice and smooth. I like that. That was cool. That was a nice shift. Anyways, let's go back to the thing. So basically, what happened just a couple of days ago, I went on a long ass ride. I went on about a 7-hour ride, and about 2 hours into it, my clutch hand was just dying. And I'm not even joking, like my clutch hand was so bad, I could barely pull the clutch in already, and we're already 2 hours in, and it's only the beginning of the ride. So I was like, holy jumping, I'm gonna freaking die this entire ride. But I managed to pull through it. We took a bunch of stops. The two guys I was with obviously did a good job of stopping and letting my hand recover. However, now with the quick shifter, and this is obviously one of the reasons why I decided to go get the quick shifter, if I go on a long ride or something, I am actually, and let's say we get into some traffic here and there, I don't have to clutch in as much or as often. I can just obviously clutchless upshift. Downshifting, obviously I still got to do it, but at least this way, this obviously takes away some clutch usage from my hand, which is, I think, a plus for me. Any sort of clutchless movement that I can do at this point to minimize the amount of pain and issues I'm going to have with my left hand for some reason, the better, to be honest with you. So that is why I decided to get the quick shifter. If you guys want me to do like a quick review of the quick shifter at the end of the season, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see what I can do at the end of the season, or maybe even at the beginning of next season. I'm happy with it. It's working as it should, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below, guys. Say hello, say what's up, ask me a question about anything you really, and I'll see if I can get back to you. And don't forget to hit that notification bell for more videos on the R6. Until the next one, guys.